Hello, hello, hello. Back with more SPL goodies. This is the last game of week 4. GaryTheGengar against Harshest. Okay, so let's see. What do we have here? Two pretty standard teams. Standard Sun versus Standard Rain. Not much to say about the teams themselves. There may be some text, but overall, I don't expect anything crazy. I see a problem with Harsh's team in that Shizor is kind of broken against it, but you can beat it. Yeah, you just need to just if you don't screw up the other game, you can probably not make a lose to it, but it will not be easy because if it gets a free turn on your Lando, let's say, then Keldeo comes out and then you're kind of in a sticky situation. Although if Sand is up, Reuniclus can take on Keldeo, minus crits obviously, but it's still not the best, right? This is actually pretty hard, I think, for Harshest. Keldeo, if Rain is up, Keldeo will completely kill something like very easily. Um, so yeah, that's just tough. I think Harshest has to play this much better than Gary to win. But hey, maybe there's some tech in here somewhere. I don't know. For example, if this is offensive trick Reuniclus, it kind of kills all six. Not Shizor. With one spike up, it should be. Rocks plus one spike up, it's pretty close, I think. If it's zero health Shizor, so maybe there's an out. I think yes, Mega Drops. Politoed can tank one. Ferrothorn also probably can tank one, but that's just free spikes for your own Ferro, and then yeah. Let's see, what do you lead with? If you're Gary, what do you lead with? Ferro, right? Yeah, you lead Ferro if you're Gary, and if you're Arceus, you lead Lando. Actually, no, you lead Rotom Wash. So if you're against Ferrothorn, you Volt Switch to your Lando and get rocks up. And if Starmie comes in, there's no rain up, so you can just hard Ferrothorn and then that's okay. Whereas if you lead Lando and get it wrong and opponent leads any more aggressive, then you're kind of in a stick situation again. So probably just lead Rotom Wash and Ferrothorn from Gary. Right, so let's see. Rotom and Ferro. Yeah, pretty standard. Volt switch, sure. Latios. Power Whip. Okay, this is a max attack Adamant Ferro, the usual, or almost max attack anyway, the usual anti-Rotom guy. So you just click Power Whip. Go scouting so far. Oh, it's Trick Scarf. Huh? It was Lamberry. Oh. You just click Rocks here with Ferro. Immediately Politoed, I think, is the play here. Yeah. Now that you know that Rotom was Scarf, you just call even if it's Lamberry Rotom, it has no lefty, so yeah, nice Lamberry. It's kind of annoying actually because Rotom could trick again technically to steal your lefties, but it also cannot really do it because there's a chance you go back to Ferro. Hydropump. Scared of Tanglus? Okay. Do you spike here or do you? Yeah, you do spike. Rayon, yeah, get some pretty dangerous game plan going on. Who was the rocker Titar? Andalus? That's crazy. Oh, it worked though. Yeah, so you focus blast in case Caesar comes in and then. Okay, but this is very dangerous game we're playing. Oh man, if focus blast hit, then this Psyshock will kill the Tandalo, so that's very unfortunate. It's life or Breuniclus. Okay. But I don't think it's offensive Trick Room, it's just recover, three attacks. Oh, nice read by Gary. I mean, was it a read? I guess. Lost the Lando, not super useful this game. I mean, there's a Shizu here, so kind of. Okay, Gary just decided to sacrifice Tantalus, which is the right play, mind you. If he got a paralysis here, then you Shizu just won like on the spot. Okay, he doesn't have to sacrifice Tandus anymore because with those leftovers he went out of Rock's range. Alright, HP Fire Latios comes out, and here you go, Scarf Shizor. And your turn, and then what? Immediate Thunderous, do you Focus Blast? Or do you Thunder? You can probably Thunder. You spam HPIs here, because Kellio can kind of win from here. Like, for example, here you go. Oh, is it Scar Kellio? Okay. And Tyranitar comes in. It's kind of your only play, yeah. You need to get rid of Sand. Oh, that did 1,000,000. And you're not even in Custberry range, though. You switch out to Rotom Wash. Rotom will die into it. 30%. 30? Scarf Keldeo, 30%. Is this the redacted Keldeo? Is this Chomp 29 speaking from the grave? Is this modest? That did a lot of damage. We don't, although this was Trick Scarf Rotom, so maybe it's doesn't have much bulk. Alright, Reuniclus, and okay, no, it was indeed modest Carcaldio, holy moly. Well, that's just game, right? Latios dies, Tyranitar dies, Ferroton doesn't die, but even then, like, ooh. Okay, this was kind of a stomp, but a little bit of early lucky breaks from Gary, which made this game much easier. I think in the long run, he still wins this if he plays it properly, which he has been playing this properly, so I would give him the advantage here. Harshest's problem is that none of his mons felt like they did much, except for the Rotom Wash. Turtle just die without ever clicking a button, for example. That's not what you would like to see. But also, to be fair, like, Scarf Shizu is just... Was it Scarf? Maybe it was Band. Band is even worse for this team, though. Did we ever get a proof of the Shizu set? Doesn't look like it. No, it's probably Band. I will have to calculate. 35 seems like a decent damage. But yeah, this type of Sun teams, they don't do too hot into strong water moves. Yes, you have a Ferrothorn. Yes, you have a Rotom Wash. Yes, you have a Latios. But aside from Ferrothorn, the other two tend to take a lot of damage. And then there's also Scaldburns and whatnot, Hazards. And even if you win the Weather War, there's a Sand Up, which is very annoying for these two. So yeah, like you will get overwhelmed in a lot of games by these offensive rain powerhouses. Any obviously stupid play by either player? I don't think so. Like earlier game, like well, like oh well, rain was up. So okay, if this Focus Blast hits, for example, Harshest games much easier because you traded Thunder for like 50% of your Uniclus health for to kill Thundurus. That's totally fine because without Thundurus, you can do stuff much easier. You may still lose to Shields or plus Blast Army, but at least you have a play. Like at least you can play it out. Whereas with this, it's just done. The game is over here now. So sad, man. All right. I don't know. This team, I don't like this type of teams personally. I never run them, but that's just personal preference. I don't like this either, for the record, so it's whatever, right? Anything? Can Harshest win if it's a Focus Blast? Probably yes, because then he keeps the Lando, which is Scarf, which is pretty good into this. If you're max speed, you're faster than Keldeo. So when you have something like this, you can go Lando and U-turn slash Earthquake, and it's pretty strong. The only problem will be Balloon Starmie, which, I mean, yeah, sure, but if you U-turn on the Starmie, then it's fine. The only hard part will be to how to kill Politoed. But if you have a Reuniclus alive, you can probably do some stuff with it. You can recover on Politoed or just attack on Politoed. That's a lot of damage for free, except Reuniclus died a horrible death because because of the Thundurus dodging. So there's that. Gengar's gameplay, but I mean, he probably wins this one even without dodging, I think, because he played pretty well. And he has a pretty decent team advantage, I would say. Like, not super advantage, but it's pretty. It's quite nice to play from this side versus Sun when there is no Akazam. And then you have also Shizu, who is a pretty strong one. And then it's Modest Scarf Kelder, which, oh my gosh, that gets an oh my gosh for me. But yeah, right. And I don't know, another game that went pretty fast, I would say, and that's okay, I guess. Not every game should probably be a mega brainiac exercise, but yeah, right. And see you next time.